allowed the two children to have the budget.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He do they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico.
Hello there.
My ego now I'm on.
Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the late start as well. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us this moment. It is Mayegun Live. Please use this moment to read beyond the caption. Read the description as well. Like the broadcast. Share it to invite your friends and not so friendly friends. Tell all of them that Mayegun today. Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, Trade Union Congress,
Baba
TUC, and the rest of the labor union. They've all come together to accept the $41, which is 70,000 naira minimum wage. They said they accepted because Tinubu has promised them something else. Some incentives like they will be reviewing the minimum wage in Nigeria every 3 years compared to the past, which was 5 years. So they accepted the deal. We will break that down tonight. Thank you so much. Mutide, good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us tonight. It is Mayegun Live. Thank you. So we will start with the breaking news that the Nigeria Labour Congress leadership or the Nigerian Union, Workers Union, they met with Tinubu today. And after the meeting, Tinubu finally offered them his deal. Remember, the request, or let me say the demand of the Nigerian workers, NLC and TUC, was that Nigerian workers deserves what is called living wage. A situation whereby Nigeria is suffering from hyperinflation, and yet, as everything else keeps going up, the minimum wage remains the same. So they came up with a figure, and they said their demand would be 490,000 naira living wage. That was the beginning. Then back forth, Tinubu put together a team called the tripartite team, a tripartite committee to discuss what was really adequate to be paid to workers in today's Nigeria. This committee have been sitting for months. For the last 2 months was pretty much like crucial. So they came up with a proposal. 62,000 naira or nothing. If Nigeria should try to pay 490,000 naira demanded by the labor, Nigeria will bankrupt. Therefore, the only figure that seemed acceptable to both the government and the private sector should be 60,000 or 62,000. So the labor said, no, they were not talking to them. They would rather hear from Tinubu himself. While they had 62,000, they beat it down themselves from 490,000 down to 250,000 naira minimum wage. Last, Gasikia. Anyway, cut the long story short, this afternoon, the labor leaders met with Tinubu, and after the meeting, their conclusion was that 70,000 naira. And that is what we're going to start from tonight. Or give me a sec. There's something I need to put up there quickly.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, may them kill you. 70 years old man. Now mumu na too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise? How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have.
That. I'm really sorry about that. So I ran into some tech wahala there. Now let's quickly check it. If the audio is still right. Thank you. So I want us to start with after, when they went to meet Tinubu, then after the meeting, what they had to say, just before we begin to break it down.
In the struggle for Nigeria, there is victory. In Africa, Isoleto, Aluta, Continua, Victoria, Asata, Triposa to the president. Bosa, Bosa, Bosa.
Announced in terms of the amount of 70,000 happen to be where we are now. But the good thing about it is that we will not wait for another 5 years to come and review. Rather than accepting on a figure that you wait for 5 years, it's like you have to now negotiate even 2 times within 5 years with a view to going up.
Then made a pronouncement of 70,000 naira that by next week that they should put finishing touches and do the transmission to the National Assembly. But why this became a catch, because we from organized labor, we have been pushing that the issue of 5 years review is too much. With also the caveat that this is going to be done every 3 years. 3 years. The next review will be 3 years. And after that pronouncement, we from Labour just has been said that, well, we have received what the president has promised from both ends.
Continua, Victoria, Asata, Triposa to the president. Bosa, Bosa, Bosa.
We're happy to announce today that both the federal government and the organized labor have agreed on an increase on the 62,000 naira minimum wage. The new national minimum wage that we expect Mr. President to submit to the National Assembly for legislation is 70,000 naira. But that is not all. There is also a boost, like Mr. President has assured, in ensuring that massive investment is going to be made in the area of infrastructure. There is also a deepening of the investment of the federal government in renewable energy. More money is going to go into the acquisition of more buses, the CNG buses. Nigeria is going to be more CNG compliant, according to the president. We are moving in this transition to renewable.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
Did you see the face of Ajero? Àwọn nuisance, àwọn wèrè. 70,000 naira minimum wage cannot, because what really happened is all that nonsense that last guy was spewing, CNG buses, investment infrastructure, review every 3 years, all that nonsense. Last, 70,000, Abi, Jale, last. From the record, so that I can possibly give you an idea of how these Olori Burukus are weaponizing the poverty, and they want as many of you as possible drown in it in perpetuity. 70,000 naira today in Nigeria cannot buy you a bag of rice. 70,000 naira can buy you a basket of tomato. 70,000 naira can buy you a ticket, one-way ticket, plane ticket to anywhere in Nigeria. 70,000 naira cannot pay your children's school fees. And since they have destroyed that same naira, trashed it here with their exchange rate of today, if you use their official rates, 1,600 naira to $1, that is $44. If you use the BDC rate, that is $47. If you use the black market rate, that is $43. Black markets Nigeria, the Nigerian naira is even stronger in the black market as of today. Now, if you take it a bit further and say, in 1999, the minimum wage in Nigeria was inherited from the military was 3,000 naira. And that 3,000 naira could buy you 150 liters of petrol. Then in year 2000, Obasanjo increased the minimum wage to 7,500 naira. That 7,500 at the time could buy you 343 liters of petrol. In 2011, Jonathan increased the minimum wage to 18,000 naira. That 18,000 naira then could at least buy you 279 liters of petrol. In 2019, Bokwari increased the minimum wage to 30,000 naira. That 30,000 naira could still buy you only 206 liters of petrol. Are you seeing the decline? Now, Tinubu in 2024 has offered 70,000 naira minimum wage. Guess how many liters of petrol that 70,000 naira will buy you today? 91 liters of petrol. So your minimum wage today will buy you at 70,000, will only be able to buy you 93 liters of petrol. When 25 years ago, your minimum wage of 3,000 naira could at least still buy you close to 150 liters of petrol. Do you see the decline? Right. When you go to the North Giant of Africa, I'm not talking about the crippled giant now, not you now, to the other part of Africa. Here are some few things you should know. They said, I got it. Seychelles, their monthly minimum wage will still give you at least $460. If you check South Africa, their own minimum wage a month, minimum, will still hand you about $250. They said those living in Morocco, maybe they can attest to the fact that their own minimum wage, minimum, will still hand you at least $290. Then maybe if you go to the other ones that are not so rich like that, like maybe Cameroon, their own minimum wage is at the value of $70. If you check Kenya, their own minimum wage is $116 a month. If you check that of Senegal, theirs is $75. If you check Benin Republic, their own is $86. If you convert their money to dollars like you convert Naira. Now, if you check that of Togo, $97. Congo, check that of Ivory Coast. Now, $125. Then round it up. Let's go back to the giant of Africa. $44. So maybe we should Tinubu. So Sowore and others said they are rejecting the minimum wage of slavery that Ajero and others have accepted or signed up for. And the days of rage will not change. And I have some for you. That they actually now have soldiers, policemen that are now secretly encouraging to say, I beg, guys, now all of us, they suffer. The guns they give to us, we are not holding them to shoot and kill you. Just do this, do that. Just don't go away once it starts. It be like say the thing don't they cook for real, right? We'll come back to that. Let's go to their Senate in Nigeria, where the rogues have also announced at the House of Representatives of Nigeria that they are giving up 50% of their salaries because of the situation of Nigeria. Guess how much is the official salary of a member of House of Representatives? Guess. Or do you know it? Anyone? Who can tell me? I'm not saying the overall, just the salary, basic salary of a House of Representative member. Who knows it? I'll tell you. It is 715,715. Then on that 715, that is when they now build other humongous allowances on that will then ensure that an average, this one is not even like the one in leadership, an average member of Nigerian House of Representatives every month at least will walk home with 35 million naira. Gasikia, like, do deal, do budget padding, cuts, and just allowance and every package alone. An average member of Nigerian House of Representatives, after his basic salary, will now collect about 500% of that basic salary as his wardrobe allowance. He will collect about 200% of that for his hardship allowance. He will collect about 300% of that for his medical allowance. He will collect about 800% of that 715,000, 800% of it. He will collect that for accommodation allowance. China, every month that they pay accommodation allowance, and that's exactly what they draw out every month. They love to deny it. So now they are telling Nigerians that they are giving half of 715,000. How much is the half of 715,000 naira? 350 plus 75. That's 357,500 naira. Now, 357,500 naira is what each House of Rep member is donating from that money. Is that not a joke on you or the joke on them? Now, that is making the headlines as we speak. Now, a letter was sent to the Nigeria Senate by the APC, asking the Nigeria Senate to remove Ali Ndume as the Senate chief whip. Now, there's been some kind of conversation around that. Like, how could a political party just write and then that is done? Because immediately after writing that, reading the letter, Akpabiole moved a motion and they removed him, replaced him with somebody else, Munguno. But they were baying for more blood. They were not done with Ndume. They wanted him, already he's been sacked from APC. Currently, which party or where Ndume belong, nobody knows for now. But the last statement was that he should resign ASAP from APC. They don't want him again for saying the people around Tinubu, they were kakistocrats, kleptocrats. So after Akpabiole read that letter, other members moved the motion that he must be punished even more. But it was the same Akpabiole that stopped them. But here is that letter in a better audio. Watch.
So this is addressed to His Excellency the Senate President, Dr. Godswill Akpabiole, President of the Senate. Complaint against the unbecoming utterances of Senator Ahmed Ali Ndume. I'm writing on behalf of the National Working Committee of our great party to express our displeasure, our outrage, and our deep disappointment at the unbecoming, unfounded, and baseless criticism of the government and the party, the APC, by your majority whip of the Senate, Senator Ali Muhammadu Ndume. As a member of the ruling party, we expected a much more responsible and decorous behavior from him. But this has not been the case. His uncouth and rabid outbursts against the governments before the international community and before the global community is not only harmful to the government's image alone, but also undermines the party's unity and cohesion. And in addition, undermines the government's efforts to bring in foreign direct investment to Nigeria. As he's a ranking member of our party, his actions are
So it's like Akpabiole, when he was reading it, he was at some point like gasping, like, okay. Anyway, because I've got lots of stuff here to share. Okay, so that was the letter, but they were not done. Here is a member of the Senate moving a motion that he should be further punished because he tarnished the image. He stopped foreign investor. His statements and criticism have stopped foreign investors from coming to Nigeria. And it's injurious to the party. Listen more.
We are thieves. That's a very blanket statement. Just this morning, sir. Just this morning.
He did not say you are a thief.
That
He said all of you in government
all of us
are kleptocrats.
Yes.
And
Sir?
a thief is different.
Okay.
Somebody who is suffering from kleptomania
Okay.
is somebody who steals who steals, and then most of the time you steal what you don't need. That means you can go to somebody's house and you remove the key in the door of the person's house. You don't need the key, but because it is your business to steal, you must steal. So you take the key, put it in your pocket, and leave the house. Or you see a young child playing football, and you see the football, and leave the child crying, whether you are going to use it or not. So that's what he was saying. He was saying that you are surrounded, all of you are kleptocrats. He didn't say you are thieves. I think it's stronger than being a thief. Yeah. A thief is somebody who steals what he needs. A kleptocrat is somebody who steals everything, whether he needs those things or not. So that is what you are, by virtue of that description.
Yes. Mr. President.
And you are saying you are not.
Yes, I am saying I am not. After this statement by Senator Ali Ndume, I have received several calls far and near, especially from my children, that told me that they needed an explanation on why a senator, especially a ranking senator of the Federal Republic, will call all of us kleptomaniacs. Just this morning, the President of Nigeria brought a supplementary appropriation bill to the Senate. It means there is nothing that can insulate us from the affairs of this government if we are the ones that are passing supplementary budgets and even the Appropriation Act. That means that I need a lot of explanation to my children and to my loved ones. When I say loved one, I'm not talking of wives. I have only one wife. But my loved ones are scattered all over the world, who wants an explanation on the inference of what Senator Ali Ndume said about all of us in the government. Mr. Senate President, I ran an election against a very formidable PDP member. And just over the weekend, there were publications that all of us APC in Edo State, if a member of the Senate who is an APC member calls us kleptomaniacs, it means the senator representing Ekiti North, that is myself, is also one of them because he's a member of APC. This is not good for our image. It is not good for me. And I think that statement is a breach of my privilege as a senator. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, like I said earlier, Senator Ndume's statement is a blanket statement, and I will want to implore this Senate, in a matter of days for him to come categorical with evidence of the people he referred to as kleptomaniacs. That is one prayer. My second prayer is that with that statement that has put me under public ridicule in my constituency, I would like this matter of privilege to be referred to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. I so submit, Mr. President.
Distinguished brother, the distinguished Senator Cyril Fasu. Well, my personal opinion will be that the party has taken the appropriate action. But since you are speaking from a point of privilege, that your privilege has been breached, and your only request is that you should face the Committee on Code of Conduct, Ethics and Public Petition to possibly list the names of the kleptomaniacs in the government, which you believe you are not among. Distinguished colleagues, is it the view of the Senate that the action of the APC has taken care of these vituperations? Those in support of what I've said, say aye. Those against, say nay. Okay. Distinguished colleagues, is it the view of the Senate that this matter be further referred to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges to allow... Okay. Distinguished colleagues, Senator Fasui is of the opinion that the kleptocrats or kleptomaniacs surrounding this present administration be named by Senator Ali Ndume, the erstwhile whip of the Senate. Those in support of that proposal say aye, and those who believe that the party APC has taken appropriate sanctions and therefore it should not be referred to any further committee, say aye. And those again say nay. The ayes have it. Your point of order is sustained. However, the Senate is of the view that the matter be allowed to rest as the party has taken a decision on it. Those in support of what I've said, say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. So the matter is rested.
Of our greedy leaders. Oh, Tonja, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike, so that you eliminate all of them, so that you have peace in our nation. Or join them in one aeroplane, so that it will crash land in the course of their agenda. Furthermore, our security agents.
Cringy, right? They call it cringe-worthy. So some of them still think they have images. Like, is that not the biggest delulu of this era? Our kleptos, our kleptomaniacs that are stealing money, like money is going out of fashion. Those people who are so scared of poverty that they have looted even what they don't need. And they are angry that they are called kleptomaniacs. Right. So Ndume has now joined others who are now saying, end bad governance in Nigeria. Baba, if I tell you that they have activated people to begin to spread all kind of rhetorics, okay, so that they will further help pave way for what they expect the government to do, which is to attack and kill you. They are already trying to set the narrative. Here is a young man that believes that the more they fight themselves, the likelihood that some of them would have to quick jump ship. They will jump the ship simply because when everything is going down, the earlier the better for them, that they are likely going to cut their losses. Everything is coming down. So you see this young man from northern Nigeria gives us the picture of what is cooking. I shared that this afternoon. I'm sharing it again. On top this, Ndume.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. I just woke up to the sack of Senator Ali Ndume as the chief whip of the Senate. And also, he has been sacked from the All Progressive Congress. This is what I want to tell the APC and the federal government. Sacking Senator Ali Ndume is not going to sack the intentions of the youth. Sacking Senator Ali Ndume is not going to sack the intentions of the protest. A protest is very imminent and we are gearing up. Northern Nigeria is gearing up. They say that the truth is like an open heart surgery. So why are you pained because Senator Ali Ndume said the truth to you? Well, we stand with our amiable senator. However you decide to treat this particular case, it's not going to deter us from the protest. We are going to be on the field and we are going to exercise a civic responsibility. A protesting is a civic responsibility, and nobody can stop us from protesting. The time is now, dear Nigerian youths. If not now, when? If not you, who? The self is a friend of a man that masters himself. But for a man with no self-mastery, the self will be like an enemy at war. What cannot defend itself cannot be defended. Thank you.
God bless you, bro. Ogechi, thanks so much for that. And the Ronukus, the Yoruba Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, they have now declared that there shall be no protests in Yorubaland. Àwọn wèrè tí ò tó kàn, they don't reach anything, no, but they are there already. Banking on the usual, send the military, send the police, tear gas them, kill them, take their bodies away, and stuff like that. So on this, on this background, that is where they are now declaring that there will be no protest in Yorubaland. Then we are like, okay, when the people who are really tired, if they are indeed tired, when you see them coming, wait for them, clash with them. Something you have never seen before is about to happen. And some of you have no idea of what it's going to be like. And I swear I know a lot of you are praying. You are praying that it will never hold. You know what they are saying right now? They have activated their influencers who are blaming everybody but themselves now. Remember our usual guy here, Sega. Sega is now living in, I think he lives in London now, right? He's left Nigeria, right? However, he has also lost social value so much that when he turned against the young people, especially in 2020, a lot of people have not recovered from that shock. But he himself has never looked back. He's been very adamant on the side of the murderers. I still have no idea why that happened to him. But guess what? He is back. On top of this hunger in Nigeria, he is helping the APC, Ronukus, to set the agenda again by lying on the graves of those killed that they denied. He himself also continued to say, nobody really died from the police or a view per se. This guy said the first death recorded during the EndSARS was because people were rushing and the speaker fell and broke somebody's head. It was not police. Anyway, I'll start with that. This is one of the spokesperson for the Ronukus, spreading the narrative of hatred, lies, blackmail, gaslight, all for what? To encourage the murderous Nigerian government to get ready and kill again. I mean, 87 million naira was what Sanwo-Iku paid a, what do you call it? A burial home in Lagos to go and bury the, what they call their unidentified bodies from the EndSARS protest. I bet it back there. I've seen some of the youth taking selfie with Sanwo-Iku today, 4 years after that. Now, because 4 years seems to be so long, that Sega, this guy,
the state governor has his chief of staff there, head of service there to give accounts of their role in the whole thing. The lawyers were there representing every group, and the public was there, was televised, and the report was there. It spoke for itself. What we saw from investigation of forensics and what have you, what we saw was that before that 20th of October, there was already lawlessness in the country. They've been looting shops and things have been happening, all in the guise of protest. And no government anywhere in the world will open their eyes and let their society go down, especially when police is no longer functioning. Police cannot wear uniform, they cannot come out, they have been attacked, they've been demonized, and they cannot function. With that, people took laws into their hands and believe they own the street. Those who have occupied the toll gate believe they're taking over the country. So we were on a precipice as at the time. So every man was doing what seemed right in their own eyes, like the period of the judges. The thugs believed they owned the my 12 bridge, my 2 bridge everywhere. They started taking tolls, they started raping people. The pictures are there. You see all the things that were done before the 20th. So in the system, in the protective security system of the country, architecture of the country, when there's lawlessness to the point where police can no longer function, the military start measuring it in phases. They don't even need to be given an order. It self-triggers itself for them to take control and restore order and then hand over back to the police. And that was why you find military men rounding up people who are going to loot shops and every other thing. So in the period, the only thing that brought those police, according to their testimony, which is documented, is that they saw that people have already taken to the streets, government have declared curfew, and people are bent on breaching that curfew. And if that happens, already landlords have been calling, people who own businesses in the corridor have been calling, Surulere is already down, they've looted the whole place and everything. So people are like, what exactly are we, who else will we run to? Is this how we are going to lose all our businesses? Who is going to compensate us? There were so many questions. Military came out and they saw that, well, this is where the whole thing is coming from. If we send these people home to their whatever and make this place a thoroughfare and restore peace, the police can resume their work. And when they got there, the moment the touts who were trying to burn the Oriental Hotel saw the military men, they started attacking them, started stoning them, started doing stuff to them. And then that was when they started their procession towards the toll gate and started shooting up. Based on the ballistic report as well, we found that the bullets that they were shooting, if you look at even the video that CNN put out, even though we invited CNN, they could not substantiate whatever report, and they've apologized for whatever their role in the whole thing, and they've admitted also their fault. That they were shooting blanks, because there's a way blank shoots. When you shoot blanks, there's a sparkle that looks like a knockout. You hear the pop, but there's no projectile. In other words, if I even point a gun loaded with blanks at you, and I shoot it, you won't even get hurt because there's no projectile. It's just a pop and the noise, which tends to scare people and make people, and that was what was going on. But that is not to say there are not non-state actors within that premise who are cultists, who are using that opportunity and that umbrella to aim at themselves. And also there have been reports of violence in that region even before the 20th of October. So the 2 deaths recorded in that axis, not even at the toll gate itself, in that axis, number 1, during the stampede, speaker fell on an individual and broke his head. That was the first casualty. Okay? It wasn't by gunshot. Then this other one was a day before the 20th on an Okada that ran into a stationary articulated vehicle. Those are the 2 deaths that were recorded in that Lekki Phase 1 axis around the period. Only one was from the toll gate, from forensic reports, from medical reports, and all the gunshot wound or alleged gunshot wound that we saw, none were perpetuated by bullets of the military, because they would not be alive to tell the tale if it were to be a bullet of AK-47. They were from pellets. Police don't use pellets. It's only used by cultists, then guns used by vigilantes and all those ones. Those were the reports that were gotten and were substantiated with evidence, clinical reports, medical reports, and all those things. So these are the issues that we saw. And we made sure that our rulings was fair enough to the point where we said, for the fact that if I come to you now, Mr. Black, and I point a gun at you, whether it's loaded or not loaded, I have caused you apprehension. That alone is an assault. That was where we faulted the government on. That these are people who don't have anything to protect themselves. They are only sitting down. Even though their action is causing a lot of turmoil all over the place, you have caused them apprehension. That alone you will pay for. And in the course of the stampede, some people got hurt. You will also pay for those damages. Those were the things we did. That is what one of the ways in which you hold people accountable. So there were also, based on the pathology reports, there are also deaths around that area within that period, which were all captured, and the reports the report shows what was the cause of their death and when it happened, where the body was recovered from, and all those things. They were in the report. So I will implore you, every Nigerian, if you have not read the report, don't listen to social media summaries. Read and dig and find the truth for yourself and know that it is what it is, so that you don't let people use their summaries and their twisted angles and narratives to incite you unjustly upon something that they did as the state governor.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
Akpabiole Sega, I swear. I never thought the day would come that I will actually utter that word. Sega. I've seen how much people emptied him, destroyed all of his social capital. A complete scam, a total fraud. They were calling him Sega fraud. Honestly speaking, I was like, man, this guy doesn't deserve all of this. He doesn't deserve all of this. And it caught my attention just simply because it was almost the only guy that was there that people were talking to. Whenever the police were extorting them, kidnapping them left, right, and center, he just he designed a logo that makes him like a Superman. I don't know for some of you have seen that. He designed a logo. Like it's like a Superman, called Sega. And I respected him for that. With no cover, no nothing. Ashediwere was only building some political whatever. Ashe contractor on a madman, yeah. Well, I mean, I actually ignored all the kind of evidence that came out to the point that I just was like, even at that now, reach that level. I covered the entire EndSARS. There was no single report of anybody being raped anywhere, except those that the police kidnapped and took to their station, sexually harassed and assaulted. We have videos of where policemen were shooting people, including people who were inside their own shop in Oshodi. People were not even like protesting. They were slaughtered and killed inside their own shop by the police. This guy said, "Na speaker, the first casualty, na speaker fell, broke the head of the person." Speaker, where? Out of man is wicked though. I want you to wicked one you have wicked souls in Nigeria, man. Like you have people who come from that contraption, you see their souls, I never see anything like this before, right? I didn't listen to the whole audio earlier. No, I just listened. I just finished. I was just like, Not because I haven't seen him type all that kind of nonsense that nobody reads on Twitter. How could you, Sega? How could you? For what? So people entered him so much that a lot of people now believe that if the police brutality ends, right, nobody will need to call Sega. Nobody will need to call any big man. If there is a rule of law where the police is reformed, paid better and stuff like that, he started fighting with the people. That he was the one that started EndSARS. So it was actually like he's monetized that EndSARS until people now took it to the streets. I remember all of that. I never knew 4 years after, he is still so bitter. Maybe you and I will see one day, Sega. And that's what I'm going to ask you. What happened to you? Or maybe that's who you've always been. Like, come on, you're terrible gone, or you're horrible gone. I tell you. And that is why my great grandma, I remember, of blessed memory. She told me that when you are playing with anyone, when you are being friendship with someone, you should always leave a room for when you can easily just disagree or even cut them off. Don't be friends with people in a way that you can say, even when they are so wrong, I'm talking about gravely wrong. Always leave that space where you can cut them off without blinking. Man, that guy, man. And it's going to get worse because they have activated them. But do you know what some of these uniform guys are kind of sending out there and saying, guys, don't back down, please. Here is what is purported to be from a soldier. Let's listen to that first.
My brother, good morning. Please, I'm going to make this message as brief as possible. It's concerning this 29th, July 29 protest that is coming up. You know the work I do. I'm a military man, okay, and I'm just sharing this. I'm just sharing this to you because you're my friend, at least right from time, okay. You see this protest that is coming up. I want you to know that majority of we, the military, I'm sending you this message regards the status you posted that the military should stay away and all of that. My brother, majority of us in the military, in this Nigerian military, both police, army, navy, air force, in fact, all the paramilitaries, we are solidly behind this protest. You know why? Because the hardship is even affecting all of us. You understand me? So it is insane for any military man to be ordered to kill innocent protesters. You understand me? Please, I want you, you know me very well. I can never take such order, even as a military man. I can never ever take such order. I should go and kill. When don't I have civilians as family? When my family members are civilians, I should go and kill them. Or if another military man kill my family members where they are. You understand me? So please, I don't know how you're going to send this message to WhatsApp groups. You know, we as military, we cannot partake in any protest because Cap 820 covers us. That is our constitution. Cap 820, it covers us. We cannot partake in any protests. You understand me? So if you are protesting and you see any military guy, please, any military man with gun, please, I beg of you, it is not to harm innocent protesters. Although our youth, they allow the governments, these bad governments, to use us in hijacking the protest, start fight, unnecessary fight anyway. Please, I beg of you, if you tell your people, tell all the civilians that are coming out for this protest, nobody should come with anything like weapon, no knife, no stick, no gun. I know a lot of civilians now like this now, they get their personal weapon. Please, no weapon of any kind. You know why? Because even as a military man, like me now, on that very day, we will be posted, deployed out for peace. Nobody can order me like this to kill anybody. We are to maintain peace and stability of that protest. Now, while we are there, we see one or two crazy people who call themselves protesters coming. If they go and you see somebody coming towards you with a what is it called, a stick, come on, do you know that stick can kill somebody? There is a place that will hit you with just one hit with a stick and you are gone, brother. You will not be alive again to fire that your gun. You understand me? So you will not say because I'm carrying a stick, I will go with anger close to a military man to attack him, and he will not fire me because I am carrying a stick. No, my brother. He himself wants to stay alive for his family too. But please, if everybody comes out with placard, right? This government is bad, brother. We know. You know I cannot post this voice note I am sending to you. I cannot post, but you as a civilian, you can send it to any group you like. You understand me? Please tell them, no, but let us come out. The military, I know in this country, a lot of people hate the military so much. See, let me tell you, in every organization, there are bad eggs. Even in religious gatherings, there are bad eggs. In any organization, there are bad, civil organization, public places, anywhere, there are bad eggs. Even in the police, that you think police is the most corrupt organization, you never see anything. There are bad eggs, and they are still good people. They are still good people, my brother. Even among the civilians, among the youths. Okay, who will the government, all those politicians, who will they use to hijack the protest? Is it not the youths? Those are the bad eggs. You understand me? So I am not here to defend any military. It is my organization. But what I'm telling you, bros, we still have good people. There is no way protesters will come out peacefully and protest against this bad government of the day. And any sane military will go out. They don't burn that military man in the mad. You know, you can never, even now your colleagues go deal with you. You understand me? So please, my brother, forward this message as quick as possible. I had to take my time to send this message to you. Send it to any group. Let them take their time to. I know a lot of them will still not hearken to it because their hate for military is unimaginable. But please, anybody come, they protest. They say any country has the right to protest when the government of the day is not doing well. That's what the Constitution says. But it is not violent. It should be a peaceful protest. Please. The security men that are coming out is because anyway there are gatherings like that, they have to be security agencies. You understand me? It is not for this thing. The arms they are carrying is not to kill the protesters. You understand? Please and please, I'm begging you. I know you have the right to say yes, this, but please, I'm begging you. Even all of us, we don't tire. All of us, we are tired, man. We are tired. See, in this country now, civilians are the ones that has the mouth, if you don't know. You civilians now, you people will have the right to tell the government what you want. But we in the military, we cannot do that. We cannot do that. You understand me? So please, forward this message as fast as possible to any group. Let them read it. Anybody that is coming out to protest should come out peacefully to protest. Let me see that. See, you don't even know the plans where we get from. Let us see that military man that will fire anybody where know they attack, where they protest against bad government. They are going to tell us whether where in from, whether in Nigeria, India, I've been away in there. You understand me? I beg, my brother, forward this message. You understand me? All of us here in Kaduna, we know everything that is going on. And we are secret. I'm telling you the truth. We are secretly behind the politicians. Behind the youths. You understand me? We are secretly, because it is too much. Your boy, we have gotten it up to here. Our Cap 820 Act does not permit us to do all this. If not now for military, we are for start, because now we have the weapons. You understand me? So please and please forward this message as soon as possible to all the groups. Make them forward. Anybody with their group, make him forward them. You understand? Make him forward them.
He don't they cook it, not the red. And if we have any of those politicians watching this broadcast tonight, you know what they call intro. I will walk you into your destruction. You're going to sit there, whether it is inside your car on your phone or right there in your living room, and you stumble on this video, or maybe you are a regular that's sneaking to watch every day. And so, Kanta, that I'm going to lead you into your destruction. You're going to watch it live. It is cooking. And I know they are also working to do everything to either tribalize it and unleash violence, hire thugs, and all of that I usually do. People are lining things out to say, if it's going to go this way, then we are going to go this way. This is how we are going. And this is how what we're going to demand for and all that. But if you choose to take it this way, we will take it this way too. Right? Here is another list of their complaints or demand, whatever you might want to call it. End bad governance in Nigeria, nationwide protest. No tribe, no region, no religion. Nigerians should understand no money. No money, yet there is money to purchase 469 SUVs for National Assembly members, totaling over 60 billion naira. No money, but there is funding for the 21 billion residents for the vice presidents amidst economic hardship. No money, yet emails are sent to senators for their holidays while Nigerians starve. No money. But funds are available for a presidential yacht worth $38 million. No money. But resources are allocated for a presidential jet valued at $100 million. No money. While each senator earns up to 30 million naira monthly, contrasting sharply with the national minimum wage of 30,000 naira, $20. No money. Yeah, fuel subsidy has been removed. Where is the money from the subsidy? No money. But education subsidy has been eliminated. Where did that money go? No money. Yet loans upon loans are taken. Where is the money? No money. Yet electricity prices have skyrocketed. Where did that money go? No money. Yet VAT has increased. Where is the money going? No money. Yet our mineral resources are being sold on a daily basis. Where is the money? Zero empathy from executives and legislators down to the judiciary, states, and security agencies. We will hold all of you accountable. You all will need to explain to us why we are enduring conditions akin to this in a war-torn country. Is either you explain or vacate the seats. We will hold all of you accountable. Their message, their minimum wage compared, and there is more. Breaking news, Rev slashes salaries by 50% over nationwide hunger. Lies. Breaking news, Tinubu approves 70,000 minimum wage. Lies. We are not lying. Port Harcourt refinery will start production in August. Kaduna in December. Kyari. Lies. So the message is that they are done with the lies, and they will not be held back. The government is trying to blackmail them as usual. For all the lies, the protest will still hold.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt.
I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
Loriro. Well, there is more. Here is a police officer also tried his best to kind of like disguise his voice, but just listen. In support of this, your protest too. The first one are soldier, this one are police.
One thing about we Nigerians is that we are too relaxed. That's what I have grown up to find out. Like we Nigerians, we too comfortable. If you like make it the hot us, we go still manage. Even let me not lie you, huh? Even as I am in the force like this, I have sat down with both top ranks and junior ranks, and I have discovered that they are all waiting for something to just trigger. Everybody don't tire, even the first people don't tire. Can you imagine? Somebody will receive salary and you know use your salary, feed yourself, make months, and save, not to talk of savings. You understand? So nobody say the uniform men said no wants this thing. We want the change to come. We want the youth to stand up. I am very, very sure that if they stand now to protest against hardship, that the police will not come and be doing this riot drill like how they did in EndSARS time, that they were pursuing protesters and shooting people. I am very, very sure it will not happen. Because the police, the army, the air force, all the military, everybody, the military and paramilitary, everybody they suffer as they stand like this. The hunger is everywhere. The hardship is everywhere. And these men are busy buying yachts and replacing jets and doing renovations with billions. I'm not to talk shit. I'm a uniform person. I'm doing it. Don't come dismiss me.
So you come like say, Gina, I mean, which one is the youth should go and do it when some of you have guns? You have the guns, use your guns. And then you will see that the youth that you are talking about, they are likely going to hit the streets and support you. Like the Nigerians, the Burkina babes, the the Malians and the Guineans, the Guineans. Anyway, Sha, who is going to take the bull by the horn? There are those who are ready to, but whatever they sort of aspire to achieve would not be achieved if a lot of you are not really out. I mean, everything would be kind of a loss of that. Now, so the one that is a commissioner of police in Zamfara, listen to him, a police officer. His own view about the protest is already concluded, which simply means he's not going to be seeing protesters. He's going to be seeing terrorists, according to him. Now, Commissioner of Police be this one.
Are suffering from bandit attacks in the villages. So if the cities that remain now are shot, that means the whole society is shot. I want to let you know that most of the people that are calling for these protests are criminals, bandits, illegal miners, armed robbers, and unemployed youths. Those who organize EndSARS are still part of the people that are trying to organize this protest against the federal government. They will be joined by other forces. Militants will join, Boko Haram will join, ISIS will seize opportunity to come in. We don't have any reason whatsoever to go and start carrying placards against government. Suffering.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
See, we don't have any reason to start carrying placard against the government. If the commissioner of police already have this conclusion that those who wanted to protest, they are Boko Haram, they are kidnappers, they are bandits, they are terrorists, they are armed robbers. Nigerians, so your police commissioner is already seeing you as a bandit. What do you think is going? You'll be wondering why suddenly, after drinking his ogogoro, Abi, he will just say, I order shoot. Because as a police officer, we don't know. Oga Olopa, see the #1 police officer in Zamfara State, a state in Nigeria, already concluded that those who come out that day and carry placard. He said it, he said there's no reason to come and carry placard. Terrorists, they carry placard. Bandits, armed robbers, they carry placard. This is all they need to say to justify the shooting and killings of innocent people they will kill and then deny. So if you're going to come for them, you better don't miss. All of you that want to participate in the protest, right? You better come out enough that if you are coming for them, you don't miss. So that somebody like that, when I go come out in shirt, come out in cap, give them the serious beating, give them some serious brain reset. Those are the characters they put uniform on. Those are the ones who are talking about intelligence, they receive about. Those are the ones to provide security for you. People like that. And they think the investors who probably see all these things will still take their money and go to that contraption with characters like that. And that's what they do in a lawless country like Nigeria. The police, the military, the rest of them, they are part of the establishment. So if you are coming for them, don't miss. All of them have to leave. All of them have to go. That's what should be your demand. It should be like Mrs. Ezekwesili. You know Obi Ezekwesili. She has something to say about that power that you have and get rid of criminals like this. From Zamfara to Owerri. From Mokola to Oshogbo. And at the same time, from Akure to Kaduna. If you use your power, you can get rid of all these criminals, including that madman that is preparing to probably go and shoot and kill. People's power.
The office of the citizen is the most important office in a democracy. No greater person than President Theodore Roosevelt had stated that government is not an amalgam of alien forces. Government is actually the citizens. And I therefore have declared often that office of the citizens is the office that gives legitimacy to all other political offices in the land. And so the office of the citizen is the highest office in the land. The office of the president is the highest political office subordinated to the office of the citizen. And until the citizens understand this, then our democracy will be government of the politicians, by the politicians, for the politicians. That is wrong, because the true definition of democracy is that it is government of, by the people, of the people, and for the people. So that's number one. We need to reposition the citizen at the center of our democratic process, starting with elections. The office of the citizen is the most important office in a democracy.
But Nigeria is not a democracy, unfortunately. Right? Here is a confession of one of with the weakest men, talking about how he used to write the result for local government elections in his state when he was the chief of staff. Bold-faced confession of breaking the electoral law. But it is Nigeria, it's a lawless place. People have no real say. Take a look at this.
Or just a few others to do. The issue of election into office should no longer be the responsibility of state independent electoral commissions, because the system is already skewed. The governors will use it as another means of getting back what they feel they have lost. Because they fund the RISEC, the SEC, I'm sorry, when I say RISEC, I'm talking about Rivers State. They fund the State Independent Electoral Commission and give them handouts. I was chief of staff, I gave handouts. I gave. Elections could be written inside chief of staff's office. It was done so in my time. We did so. We'll write the results and hand over to the commission. They will just, their business is going to go and announce. And of course, after announcing the results, if you feel aggrieved, you will present before the tribunal. The tribunal is as set up by the state government. They also have their own handouts. Now the appeal to whatever decision the tribunal takes is at the state high court. They will also have their handout to do. So what will you do else? You will accept your fate. And it is the reason why in all states where they have conducted election, all the positions were won by the governor's own party. Does that suggest democracy? It doesn't. So we're also using this opportunity to plead with the National Assembly to immediately, either by resolution or howsoever, remove the issue of election of local government leadership from the hands of the State Independent Electoral Commission. Let INEC, a body saddled with conduct of elections, be responsible for all elections in Nigeria. It beats our imagination that Ikenga Ugochiere, who I'm told is from Omukegu, Akokwa, Idato, local government of Imo State, and represents the people in the green chambers, it beats our imagination that his concern, instead of the gully reading roads that characterize his area, instead of the flood issues.
Nuisance lele.
You see his face. So if I tell you Nigeria is a crime scene, and you get mad because you think I'm just saying that because I just say things. I have evidence every evening, every day. I have evidence of, to show to you that Nigeria is a criminal's den. You have to be a criminal, okay, to survive in that contraption. And that depends on what you've called crime, because some of you have normalized all kind of criminality since you are not caught, since nobody see you. You are just like, Me, I am a very honest businessman. I don't, I hear you. No, listen. But those are the people representing you. A former chief of staff in a state that they ruled and ruined and looted to their satisfaction until one of them decided to turn against the structure, Fubara. Now, they now feel concerned about how horrible the system is. And they know that they are now outside the beneficiary, the benefit circle. So now they want a reform. It confers to electoral fraud. And they usually write the local government election results in the office of the chief of staff. And they'll give it to the state electoral commission to go and announce, while some of you are putting poster, shouting everywhere, wasting your money, participating in the rigged system, telling yourself that you want to use up or Madugo. Now, this area I grew up, my people love me. We are practicing democracy. Come back home and join us. Come back and join us. Is that not your democracy? To make you feel like you are practicing a democracy when you are not. So the National Assembly are now saying that they are going to establish a commission for local governments, since the new Supreme Court ruling that they should be collecting their money directly. Now they wanted the governors to stop conducting local government elections. Seyi Makinde was screaming the other day because they said that local government should collect their money. And it pained him so much that he spoke about it like 3 times, press conference, on top this local government money. And he said he conducted election. When they did the election, when Seyi Makinde, contested to be governor, he did not win all of the local government areas in Oyo State. But when he became governor and they did local government elections, PDP won everything. So now that they are saying that the states, like, I'm just using him as a contact because he's the one that has publicly reacted to this local government funding and all that too, most. Right? So they said they are establishing another commission. INEC is national. CIEC is the state's independent electoral commission. What are they going to call the local government independent electoral commission? LUGIEC. If you call the national INEC, and you call the one at the state CKEST. Now, what do you call the one they are about to create? LUGIEC. It doesn't have to have meaning. Just flow with that. Local Government Independent Electoral Commission, LUGECO. All of them will have commission, they will have offices, they will have budgets. That local government money where they talk, they want to do development. LUGIEC office, they go first, they can build. You go see. So they are already opening the door for how the money will go, and it will never still get to you. Break up this contraption and save lives. You will be saving a lot of lives if you genuinely think together, bond together, and break up this hellhole. You'll be breaking the spell. You'll be breaking the curse. You'll be breaking whatever it is that has made it impossible for majority to see the light and end this madness. You will be breaking all that. So when they tell you to participate in their charade, please know what you are participating in. Today, let's start from yesterday. Yesterday, a court also ruled that the removal of Edo State Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu was unconstitutional, and it was returned. Meanwhile, Obaseki had already appointed a new deputy governor. Wala Shabi say, this morning, Philip Shaibu sent a message to the Edo people. And this afternoon, Benin knew that it was almost war. I can't show you the video. One police officer got killed. One person died. And I think about 2 people also, received gunshot wounds. They said they were the Obaseki thugs when Shaibu led a convoy of himself and security because they reinstated the security. And they were headed for the government house to go and resume work. What happened to the deputy governor that is there now? And so Wahala started. Go on to Mayegun's Diary Political on Facebook. Quickly, you will see where the shooting, the stoning. They said they were thugs, stopping him from approaching the government house because the governor said they were going to appeal the judgment. So Philip Shaibu is only coming to make a trouble. The judgment will be appealed. Shaibu should wait. I was like, no, I'm not waiting. So he gave this message. I don't know if you've seen it this morning. I don't know where he is now. I tell you.
My fellow citizens of Edo State, I come before you today with a grateful heart and uplifted spirit as your deputy governor. For the past 7 years, I must say it has not been an easy journey. We have had many struggles and unsettling events that have shook our beloved state. What you have mentioned among these was the illegal impeachment orchestrated by the Edo State House of Assembly, which was not just an affront to my personality, but a direct assault on the democratic value we share. This move was a grave leap towards dictatorship, endangering the very foundation of our democracy. Let me reiterate that this impeachment was conceived solely because of my decision to run for the Edo State 2024 governorship election under the People's Democratic Party, PDP. An ambition which is not just my right as a free-born home boy of Edo State, but a legitimate right afforded to all Nigerians. It is in justice that the ordering of society is centered, said Aristotle. My life work has been dedicated to serving the people of Edo State with integrity and sincerity. I have served you for 7 years tirelessly, uplifting our citizens, strengthening democratic institutions, and upholding the principle of democracy and justice. In return, I was deprived my fundamental human rights, maltreated, oppressed, and yet remain resolute. As I promise and swore to an oath to serve not just few individuals, but the people of Edo State. It is injustice which draws strength. Therefore, I wish to thank you. I thank Nigerian police and other law enforcement agencies for their constant and conscious effort to ensuring that peace is maintained in our dear state, especially at this time we are getting ready for 2024 governorship election. Truth has always conquered lies, and the rule of law prevails over lawlessness. My confidence in our democratic values shall always stand strong, my name has been vindicated by God. I sincerely want to thank the judiciary who have shown a consistent and upright resolve to defend our democracy. I thank the good citizens of Edo State. Indeed, all Nigerians who believe in democracy and justice and stood with us during this crisis. Tyranny and oppression has no place in our modern democracy. We must resist those who seek to undermine our freedom and trample on our rights. To all those trying to frustrate our striving democracy with illicit actions, with the aim of throwing our dear Edo State into confusion, always remember, posterity will judge you for your betrayal and blatant abuse of office. The voice of the common man remains in the hands of the judiciary, and they have once again affirmed that the judiciary remains the last hope of the common man. My appreciation also goes to the religious leaders, traditional institutions, led by our Royal Father, His Royal Majesty, Omonoba Nedo Okwapolopolo, Oba Ewari II, Ogidigan, the Oba of Benin. Oba Atokpe, he said, to the people of Edo State, I reaffirm my commitment to you and to the values that unite us. I am determined to continue to serve you. I will not be intimidated by those who seek to undermine our democracy. I will continue to fight for the rights and freedom of all Edolites and Nigerians at large. Together, Edo State shall rise as a beacon of hope it has always been known for, bestowing strength, growth, progress, and prosperity back to the grassroots. Thank you for your unwavering support. God bless Edo State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
So that we don't let the truth be lost on us, okay? About nuisance, you know what I mean? Well, again, Obaseki that removed him was showing or flexing his own muscle too. Another criminal that some Edo people would not like me to say. And have some of them would actually like, they will remove clothes because of Obaseki. Give us the proof that Obaseki is a failure. I had two of them who came onto my platform to ask me. And yet, the evidence is everywhere. Do you know what Obaseki has done in Edo? I said, no, tell me. You must come with some evidence that Obaseki said, you know what I mean? So there's no way I have not seen people in any way found ground to defend all these rogues that you have in that contraption. So when we say you love your criminals more than the others, don't generalize. That means share. Anyway, you know, the whole thing is scattered, and I believe that you know, one is not better than the other, so they should just have stuck together and just, you know, walk away, get out of that place. Then the power tussle between them led to Obaseki, right? Going this route, a shameless one indeed, I would say. Get rid of him, because I told him not to run for governor. He is not loyal to me anymore. He disobeyed me. And yeah, he showed his power, brought out the House of Assembly, and got his deputy removed unconstitutionally. But the Obaseki people said, no, nobody attack Philip. Now, Philip Shaibu people, they attack people. I was like, okay, send me a clip. And I was sent two. So I put them together here from the scene of Shaibu returning to government house as deputy governor. So who is stopping who?
They don't enter back the road.
So, like I said, you need to go and see that video on Mayegun's Diary Political, where they were being shot at, and those guys were throwing stones. So these were the thoughts that were leading Shaibu, because they heard that Obaseki people have already blocked the road. They can't pass. So when they finally clash, like I said, I can't share the video. It's too like, pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. And they killed one policeman. Today, I don't know if they've killed another. But let's go to Enugu. Let's leave them in Benin for now. Let's go to Enugu. Yesterday, right? In fact, a few days ago, the PDP governors, they had what they call the summit or conference, or I don't know. It was just all of them coming together, all the PDP governors in Nigeria. And then they issued a resolution which includes that they will now have to defend Fubara against Wiki. Bala from Bauchi, the one that told us that all the Fulanis from all over the world sees Nigeria as their ancestral home that they will always come back to. Nigerians should stop reacting as if to say it's a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, they should welcome them. That guy is now the PDP Governors Forum chairman. And he's the one who is reading the resolution. Let's go listen quickly.
Don't want to stay that touch.
Distinguished members of the press, communique issued by the PDP Governors Forum at the end of its meeting in Enugu State on Wednesday, 17th July 2024. The PDP Governors Forum, under my leadership, held a meeting at Enugu State Government House, Enugu, on Wednesday, July 17, 2024. The meeting deliberated on a wide range of issues that border on our critical national interests. The state of our party, particularly the forthcoming Congress, the unprecedented hardship faced by a majority of Nigerians as a result of the dismal performance of the APC-led federal government, the minimum wage negotiations, and the recurring issue of intergovernmental relations with special reference to local government autonomy and funding. 3. Following an exhaustive discussion and consultations with all the organs of the party, as you can see here, the National Working Committee and all the other organs, BOT and the rest, the meeting resolved as follows. 1. Upcoming congresses. In the spirit of the founding fathers of our great party, who adopted internal democracy as the fundamental principle on which our party was built, the congresses leading to the election of the party leaders at the various tiers must be all-inclusive, transparent, fair, and in strict compliance with the constitution of our party. B. To ensure the successful conduct of the congresses across the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, off-season elections. On the off-season election in Edo and Ondo, the forum admonishes all the parties to the election to ensure that campaigns are issues-based, violence-free, and in strict compliance with the provisions of the Electoral Act. Urges the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to provide a level playing field that guarantees transparent, fair, and unimpeachable elections, as any act of bias will be totally resisted. Urges Mr. President to show leadership as a true Democrat by refraining from making any statement suggestive of political interference in the entire process. The economy. The forum notes with dismay and grave concern the mismanagement of the economy by the APC-led federal government. Minimum wage negotiations. The minimum wage negotiations are becoming unduly protracted in the face of the attendant unprecedented hardship and impoverishment of the majority of the people. The forum resolves as follows. The labor's demand for a substantial salary raise is eminently justified and therefore commands the total support of the forum. B. While the forum fully supports labor's demand, agreement must take into consideration the ability to pay by the subnational, the federal government, and the third tier of government. B. While negotiations are ongoing, we appeal for restraint in both utterances and actions that could lead to the complete breakdown of law and order and ultimately the collapse of the economy. Supreme Court ruling on local government allocation. The forum believes in the efficacy of the local government system, which ensures that governance is brought closer to the people as provided in the Constitution. The forum also will continue to support the autonomy of the local governments as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Restoring the nation's past glory. The forum regrets that the 16 years of tremendous development under the PDP-led federal government, during which the country witnessed single-digit inflation, the establishment of the existing anti-corruption institutions, and higher standards of living for every Nigerian has been eroded during the lifespan of the lackluster APC-led federal government. The forum identifies with the Nigerian populace in these troubling times and promises to bring back those good old days of low inflation rate, affordable food, fuel and transportation, steady FDI inflows resulting in high naira value and the greater quality of human life as recorded. In that regard, the meeting commended the governors of the PDP-controlled states for their innovative approaches to governance in many fields, especially infrastructure, education, health, women and youth initiatives, and the timely delivery of developmental projects across the country. The forum notes the crisis in Rivers State of the party and commits to supporting the governor of Rivers State and also resolve that the issue could be done through the political solution that will be required and other measures that all the leaders, the organs of the party will be committed so that we can go together and resolve this issue with
nuisance lele.
Don't ever forget. So that's the Bala Muhammad reading out the resolutions of the PDP governors when they met in Enugu. Dressed in Isiagu yesterday. He doesn't believe a thing in what he read. But he read them, actually read it anyway. Now, if we leave the politicians for a moment and go see what caused this Ronukus, what caused this wahala inside the market, well, when the dust settled, we heard that it's because a woman chooses to sell her wares cheaper And the other traders became angry. And they came for her in this 40 seconds video. That's all right.
Àwọn ọmọ tí ó kiri bá wọn lọ́wọ́ ẹni tó kàn pé ní àbí. Ẹbí pàdú, ẹbí pàdú, ẹbí pàdú. Ẹ wo woman tó ń complain gàrí nínú Monday tó ní pé kíni àwọn tó ń fayé nira wọn lára ní woman kan ń ta gàrí ní 800 naira nínú Monday ṣùgbọ́n ó dẹ̀ bínú òun lélẹ̀. Òun ní ṣe ti rí òun ní.
See that woman with jewelries? She's the one they came for. She brought in Gary to sell, and she started selling it cheaper than what they usually sell it for. And the other traders came for her. No, you cannot sell. No way. Until they sent her away with her Gary. So, and the voice at the end of that video was that we are the ones doing ourselves. You know. Anyway, that one is that. Okay. There is this clip where Akpabiole, that one happened in their Senate, okay, today. So it was, it was Akpabiole's moment where he usually would say, those in support say hi. Let me explain again. So let me explain again. So those against say nay. Nay. The eyes have it. That moment. And then it was also the moment that Natacha, who is part of whatever they were discussing, you know Natacha Akpoti from Kogi? Yeah, she got told to just sit down. You only talk when you are recognized. And the internet took that for an offense. They're asking Akpabiole, your cup don't full. Apologize, or we go see you at the, we go see you at the protest ground when we begin to look for you. I mean, this is the clip.
Those in favor that this bill be now read a second time, say aye. Those against, say nay.
Mr. President, we don't want it to be killed. We just want a bit of modification. We don't want the bill killed, but it should be slight modifications. It's a necessary bill.
This is Natasha in the chamber. You have to be recognized before you speak.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, we are not in a nightclub.
Ume, I represent Anambra Central Senatorial District.
He told her that they are not in the nightclub. We are not at the nightclub. You only speak when you are recognized. That is what got people like, are you mad? Like, have you been meeting her at the nightclub or something? Possibly. But yeah. The Nigeria Senate right now, you have to be very careful. Somebody said, not even somebody, it was Sonny Shehu. You know Shehu Sonny? He was the one who said that the reason why you will never see all the opposition parties go against anything in the National Assembly, in the Senate, is because you don't go against what you know that all of them are, all the main guys are like supporting, right? Because if you go against it, you will be suspended. And when you are suspended, your salary is suspended, your everything is suspended, you will not collect a dime, your office will be locked for that month. And if you are still stubborn, they can extend it for another 3 months. And there is no senator that want to suffer that, so they just so kind of feel like just keep quiet. So wait till you can they elect your senators for, or electing. I know you don't really elect a lot of them, right? But what exactly is their job to go and say yes, yes? That is why you won't see majority of them oppose anything. And you are wondering, where are the BDP? Where are the Labour Party? What about the other opposition? Everybody just voted, yay, Abi. Because if they should go, nay, wala mashele. For real. Now I'm going to wrap it up with this lady's message. It's about education, and I hope somebody will pick this up and act on it. I share it this afternoon. Before we take calls, please listen to this again. The Alimajiri scene in northern Nigeria, the destruction of education in northern Nigeria, it has always been intentional. I feel like say this our sister just discovered it, and she decided to talk about it.
There's a big attack on the educational system in northern Nigeria. There's a serious agenda to keep the people of northern Nigeria uneducated. Why was Almajiri's school system scrapped? Why was it abandoned? Why are the insurgents and insecurity affecting schools? Why is the Almajiri system that is leading a lot of children astray, that is causing untimely deaths of children, malnutrition? All these abandoned children are used as pawns during whatever. Why are they still allowed to function? I'm not a Muslim, so for one, I would not tell you I understand wholeheartedly what the Almajiri system is all about. But I have questions. Who accounts for the lives of these children when they die untimely? Who accounts for them when they do not eat? Why is this system allowed to flourish in the north? Even though we know it does more harm than good. A lot of people come after me and start attacking me and say, Almajiri, you don't understand it, keep quiet. I know, when I don't do it before, so it's not news. I'm not bothered about you, and I don't even care about what you think. I'm just asking these questions. Why is it that all the schools that have been attacked are mostly in the north? First, the northern system of education is even, I will talk about it separately. But now, I definitely, and I am very sure that the system of education in northern Nigeria is planned. There's just a plan around it. Think about it for a second. All the school children that have been kidnapped, all the universities, the secondary schools that have been attacked, what areas are they? Why is it that people are not bringing educational system and programs to northern Nigeria? We have the highest number of out-of-school children, yet we still keep building mosques and churches. Nobody is building school. Nobody is rehabilitating the children. Nobody is giving these scholarships that you are seeing. All of them are scam. Because how many scholarships do they give to the north? The very few elites who send the children out abroad to study, they attack them. Congo also tried it. What happened? Did somebody continue? No. Our children had to be brought back to Nigeria because some of them could not pay their school fees. Had to be absorbed back into the system. So why is the system of education in... There's a big attack.
My sister, the reason why the education in the northern Nigeria is what it is because that is how they want it to be. That's your answer. You get that? And who are those who wanted it to be like that? Your leaders. They have now contaminated the rest of Nigeria with it. They have. To the point that you have unemployed and unemployable graduates roaming the streets. They have nothing really to offer the world. because the type of education they give to them cannot even help them, talk less of them helping the world. Even in southern Nigeria. So whatever you see up north, I hope you'll be courageous enough to face those who are responsible for that. Dear Northerners, I hope I've got like about 2-3 other gists for you. They know they finish. I've got one from Bruno.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, dear esteemed.
I don't have time to share them anymore. So we can probably move them to the other day or another day rather. So I'm going to keep the line open in a moment. And listen, if you have to go, I will understand. But remember, if you haven't liked this broadcast, do so before you leave. Or if you have anything to say to react to all we have shared this evening, the number to call is on your screen. And a quick thank you to all our donors last night. So I have been able to get these 2 members of this platform the support that they sought. And thanks to all our donors, every one of you. Dear brother, Kalu Okpara. And okay, I have somebody who wanted to remain anonymous. Thanks to every one of you. And God bless you. Right? Thank you. So I'm going to take a short break. Okay? I'll take a short break. And when I get back, yeah, let's take call. Let's talk. Don't worry about, it's not busy tonight. So you could be talking to me in the next 2 minutes. I'll be back. I have my first caller tonight, and that would be the Prince. Is that you?
Yes, Baba, my good general.
Prince Man, representing
IPOB for life.
That's him. That's him. How are you this evening,
Our
sir?
Tukano Mike. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well, Baba. Thank you.
Yeah, the Tukano Mike, well done. Huh? God will continue to bless
Prince
you.
Man. Thank you.
You are saving lives. I'm telling you, because every action in this life have a consequence, either good or bad. It goes a long way to impact into the lives of people. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Baba, I cited something and That's the reason why I called to comment about it. You see the man from Rivers, that one that was putting around cap, the neck man.
Yes.
Yeah, the one that was doing confession.
Okay.
You know, my ego. I used to tell my friends or people around me, say, if you have a father or mother in APC, you better you disown them. Disown them and know that you don't have parents. You know, if it's your brother or sister that is there, disown them because you see, a thief is not a brother of anybody. You understand? You know what that man, that confession you see that he's making is not just for the benefit of Nigerians. And you see this local government direct fund is not for the benefit of Nigerians. You know what they are cooking? Just these smart people and the thieves. What they are planning is what they are thinking is about 2027. Under 1 year, they've destroyed the country, and they are planning everything about 2027. You see, the confession of this guy, you see, is for them to maybe give the power of the election conduction. How is it called? Planning for the national INEC.
And now it
Okay.
is just about the control. Who controls
Yes.
it? Whoever controls it controls the money. But now that they won't be in control, they want it to be taken over by different.
The plan is to get the grassroots, because the grassroots is where
and effective Tinubu need the grassroots too. So he need them. He want to give them the money directly. If the state governors want to gang up against him, he can just go to the local governments.
Boycott them. Yes. What he want to do is to boycott the state governors in case if there's any bottle holes, so that they can go directly to the local. You know, that's how he captured Edo State. He made sure that all the Agboros in all the local governments, all of them are well taken care of, giving them a motor park, different things, so that during the election, it doesn't need to do much. You understand? They just have to send them outside.
Because they all know, they all feel like they owe him. You get that?
Exactly.
They have to pay back.
Exactly. So this is what is playing out. So the APC can never offer you anything good. You know, so let nobody be rejoicing that local government have gotten power now. It's all fraud. It's all fraud, my brother. And
You've
as
seen
you said
the
now,
NLC too. They said they believe what he promised them. That's another one.
And my NLC also is a fraud. You know, you see these people, what they have done is the destruction of all the institutions started during the time of Babangida. That was how that was the time they destroy every fabrics of Nigeria institution, make them weak. Planted, what they did was, if you right from the tertiary institution, they planted everybody, make sure that their people are the one at the helm of our affairs in all ministries. You understand? So if you are coming out as the citizen, you have leader. You will know that person that you are following behind is a betrayer. Is one of them. You see, that is the irony.
Leading you back to
that
them.
Is exactly. So the NLC can never have any protest or any meaningful negotiation on behalf of Nigerian people, because their leaders they are all compromised. You understand? They are all government agents that are planted there. All you see that they are acting there is just Nollywood. You know, they come out and say they no green, no green. Now Nollywood people, you just the watch. You know, the more you look, the less you see. Like that's the where a week.
And now,
You understand?
The more you look, the less you see.
The less you see. You know. So
the more you look, the less you see. The more you look.
I'm sorry.
My ego finally,
Yes, sir.
Just to throw to comment on there's one opinion that you raised. You know, your opinion is, to me, is good, but at the same time it has to me, it have a two face.
Okay.
You know, it's good that we look at the two sides of the coin.
Okay.
You know, so that we can balance the equation somehow. You know, I use Ukraine as a case study. Ukraine, when the Ukraine war happened, a lot of our people that have houses there, you know, everything was gone. You understand? There, I have somebody who is now in the UK, a friend of mine. He left there, he lost everything. Yeah, he's now in UK with his family. He started afresh. He's now, what I saw, I think what he was doing is labor in construction. I saw him. He was telling me. Okay, so whatever we are in anywhere, anyhow, there's no place like home. No matter how where you are, as long as it's not from your grassroots where you come from. One day anything can burst, maybe a war, anything. Where you will be running to is where you are coming from. No matter even if the place is burned down, you go and look for one kiosk. You know, so we are born. When we are born, our father have houses. You know, if our father did not build one house around, we won't be inside. No matter how small it is, rain will be beating us. Okay, so where we go, you know, it's good that at least, even if we don't build a mansion like big upstairs, have a bungalow, at least, at worst, have a bungalow back home. Are you getting me? You never can tell what can happen at any time, anywhere. There's no place like home. Anywhere you are.
It could be war.
Yes, anywhere you are is never your home. Exactly. Even the bank can close. You won't even have the money to access anything. All you have to do is to run it with your bag or your back of your backpack and be running. You get what I mean?
I do.
So that is the other side of the coin. You get what I'm saying?
I know.
You know?
Well,
so you are right on your own side. At the same time, we have to look from the other side. You know, so that our people will also balance the equation. Your information is very powerful, yeah?
I get you.
So thank you very much. God bless you.
And
Keep
you
up the good
too,
work,
Prince
sir.
Jejeman. Thank you so much for that, okay? And yeah,
You're welcome, sir.
Baba. Nice one.
And you too.
Yes,
Bye.
sir. So that's Prince Jejeman trying to kind of further enlighten us that we shouldn't see things always from the same lens. The chance you have is that you can see from other lenses too, you know, whatever works for you. But that's a good one. Okay. Like I said, if you see those who probably, I mean, there could be, I believe there would be Nigerians as well who probably have been living in Ukraine, you know, for a long time before the shit hit the fan. And right now, nobody's probably able to get any money or any of their investment or anything at all, if there is. So I understand that. So let people just do what really work for them, okay? You weigh your options and all of that and do what works for you. So in between, while we are still here, okay, before I take another call, there is news of the son of Borno State Governor. What's his name again? Zafan, Zaran or something. That's his name. But so they said he's schooling in India. Got into a brawl with a Chinese guy because the Chinese guy was coming for his girlfriend, and then he sort of hit the guy, and the guy lost consciousness and died. So when I saw that, I was like, oh. But somehow I still felt like there was no much information other than just somebody posted it and then Sahara Reporter picked it. That would have made it original, but it wasn't enough. The name of the Chinese guy that died wasn't mentioned. There are so many things I left out in my own opinion, so I kept to myself all day. Then I have seen that a lot of people have been trying to debunk the story. Okay, so at first there was this video, which happened to be like mute, no audio. They said the boy was at his father's house in Borno, the government house in Borno. But many were like, no. I mean, come on, if you are there, just make a video. Now, in all sincerity, because I got this just not long after I have set up for the program tonight, I still felt like I should put it in, right? I do not know if this video is now or not, but he is able to kind of make a proper video to say he is in Nigeria and he is not in Indian jail. And this is the video.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Dear esteemed Nigerians, I am Umar Babagana Umar Azulum. I'm here to address the damaging falsehood that had been made against me. It has come to my notice that a baseless gossip accusation made against me, saying that I killed someone at nightclub. This is not true. They want to tarnish my father's name. I have been with my family since 2 months now in Maiduguri right now.
Immediately he released that video, some people were just like, now governor's son be this. Now governor became they talk like that. Then others were just like, hey, listen, Kanuri is our language in Borno State. Kanuri is our language. English is our third, whatever language. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. So if a governor Pekin talks like that, despite all the millions of your stolen money that they are spending on them, then maybe you shouldn't probably like blame the children of the poor who have no access to 10% of the type of resources that these guys have access, 1%. You know, so there's so many things people say about the children of politicians. But when I heard the part that a young man killed someone, I was like, no, that's extreme. You know, I really wish that's not true. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that's not true. So there were other things said about the boy, that he was once caught by the EFCC with some large amount of money at the airport, that his father came to sort of bury the case by saying the money was meant for a car supply contract awarded to him. That's why he has such money. And they let him go. So I also tried to look for anything at all I could get on that. I didn't get anything. So that's why I couldn't really build a story around him. It was pure gossip, essay, make up stories and all of that. And these have been consumed. You may not like them. You may not like him, Papa. I don't like him too. You know, and their children are not innocent. But I would rather kind of, you know, use a proper evidence to nail them and I can say whatever I want about them. So on this one, I don't think, right, you should be consuming every of the stories that you see out there. Sometimes because they kind of like, you know, probably make you feel good. Yeah, they have arrested his son. Let's say he's going to blame. Because you see, that's one thing that the poor people, or all of us, the poor Nigerians, some of us who have been brainwashed to believe that we do not have any power to face these people. We do not have any power to actually like tame them or fight them or whatever you want to call it, because they have so much power that only karma can help us deal with them. Karma. So karma became the wish tool for the poor and the weak men and women. You will see your karma. You will face your karma. You will know that all these things you are doing, you will see what God will do. You will know that God loves the poor people. And you cannot be suffering the poor people. And you will see even your children will suffer. Your children will suffer. No, they won't. Okay? They won't. That's not how it works. Okay? So there are some things they will do to you. And there is no karma or God that is going to And if they die, if they go to jail, if they lose all the money, probably because they wasted the money, none of this is going to change your lives or possibly return all they have taken from you back to you. None of it. So what is now the advantage of the karma? Eh? You probably think, okay, yeah, it's because we want them to cry too. So after that, if a politician cry, even poor people, they get cancer, they die. Rich people, they get cancer, they die. Poor people, they get stroke, they die. Rich man, they get heart attack, they die. People, they die like normal. You cannot rely on that and wait until that happens to them so that you can feel good about it and say, yes, thank you, God. This God is marvelous. It's not. That's stupidity. They're stealing from you. Develop the courage to face them, face and fight. It's not always like maybe God of karma will come and deal with them. He will not deal with anybody. Don't deceive yourself. They will enjoy the money. Yeah. All this money they are stealing, they don't get peace of mind, my brother. How do you know? Is that not what they tell us? Is that not how we kind of try to make ourselves feel good? How do you know they don't have peace of mind? They don't get peace of mind, my brother. All their children, they are bad children. All these things, if you look at it, they are suffering so many things. Do you think they are suffering because they stole your money? They will still suffer even if they never stole your money, like steal anything from you. They will still suffer. Whatever they are suffering when they steal from you. So why not just let them suffer their suffer without stealing from you? So why not? Why are you satisfied that they will suffer and you're okay with them suffering? Huh? Told you they are suffering. There's no karma that is going to take out those things or return everything they've stolen from you back to you. You would have to have the courage to take it back from them. That is why they will use everything to discourage you from doing that. It's up to you. Whatever they get away with is because you let them get away with it. Listen, this video, I don't know how recent or how old it is, but from the source I got it from, it's presented that this happened just yesterday in Ghana, where people are so angry at their own political class in this part of Ghana, and they had a chance of showing it. See, there's something brewing across Africa, and I'm looking around. I have seen politicians in Uganda reacting. I have seen, I've seen the people of Cambodia. What's that place called again? Cambodia also, right? But that's not Africa, no doubt. I have seen few developments across Africa where people are already like raising awareness on we need to stand up, we need to fight, we need this or that. But this one was Ghana.
President Bakra brought you. That's a book. Mother Jagas to I say, yeah, come as I to some of the boy. To do it. But when you come here and say, and Sakura and two, or me comes over. Adia Sonia or no. But me comes here and say,
we're going after their politicians too. But their own is not national yet. A lot of things are brewing all across the continent. People are going after the Western puppets who have sacrificed their people's welfare for word of dollar bills. And their people have become more aware and awake that if that of Nigeria should kick off and last 5 days alone, it could trigger more than just Nigeria. From what I have gathered so far, yeah, they will do everything to make sure that it never happens, of course. But what are you going to do? You're going to let them stop you? They said the people in diaspora are the ones who are encouraging protests. it is not true. The thing is this, it is not the people in the diaspora that are suffering or facing this directionless regime. In fact, the destruction of Nigeria and Nigeria economy, the Nigeria people, has sort of reached all of the Nigerians who are in the diasporas too, except for those who live in denial. As the economy, as the country continues to go down economically, a lot of our people are going through it too, trying to subsidize their loved ones in that place. Do you think when you are told to stand up and then face these rogues, and the people who are mobilizing and enlightening and encouraging everybody to stand up now before you all die from whatever they are still yet to unleash on you, do you think we don't have our family members there who are also going to join you there? If you think that standing up against your oppressors that want you to die quietly without making any noise, facing them is to keep you alive, whatever it is, or standing up to go face them is sending you to your death, of what use is your life? That is always worthless to the criminals that could snap it away, snap it out of you any moment. Of what? Or you can build the worth of your life. Indeed, if you stand up, you are those who are indeed facing and then experiencing the wrath. It's only when you're not ready that you probably think you needed somebody from abroad to encourage you to stand up for your rights. Like, I'm gonna leave it like that. So we started late and we couldn't really match all the time. So we just cut it into half. Okay. So I'm going to say a big thank you to everyone. Okay, let's finish early. And tomorrow is another day. Thank you so much for your time. Aduke, I got my cup of coffee from you. And I want to say a big thank you. Same thing to Kingsley. I got yours too. And to everyone else, thank you. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Because it's another day. And it's always going to be another thing again. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi number 1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi number 1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Nayibi number 1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi number 1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi number 1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi number 1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi number 1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi number 1. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Nayibi number 1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi number 1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi number 1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi number 1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní Sùràjì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní Sùràjì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní Sùràjì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní Sùràjì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní Sùràjì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní Sùràjì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní Sùràjì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní Sùràjì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní Sùràjì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Àyè.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú Sùràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.